Hello, welcome back to The Good, the Bad and the Stupid, number 45. Remember, it's good. It's available on podcast, also available on video on YouTube. So pick and choose where you want to watch it or listen to it, or turn it off if it's coming on automatically. Turn it off and put something on that's a little bit more interesting. I was going to say, oh, by the way, the good, the bad and the stupid. I'm not the stupid. The stupid is the news. It's not me. Just in case anybody is a bit confused as to what that means. It's the good, the bad and the stupid news. Not the good, the bad and the stupid person. I just wanted to say, what was I going to say? I was going to say about the weather, wasn't I? Yeah, it's pissing down, isn't it? Absolutely pissing down. All week this week, so all plans have gone out the window. I had lots of ideas of what I wanted to do this week, and I can't do any of them because all of them are outdoors. So the rainy day fund is going to get raided big time. So all that money that you've been saving up, it looks like it's time to spend it. I don't know what saving money for a rainy day kind of defeats the purpose, doesn't it? Because you're stuck in the house when it's belting down like it has been the last couple of days. I mean, it was torrential yesterday, and I was going to say, yeah, I checked it out on the weather forecast for the 5 or 7 day forecast. Every single day was rain. It was like a full house of pissing down. So I wouldn't like to be a tourist visiting England. That would really that'd be the last time they come here. That's for sure. There's photos in the newspaper, a load of Chinese tourists. Saying that, they've got a smile on their face, so it looks like they're kind of enjoying it. It's like going somewhere and experiencing, going to Australia and experiencing the sunshine. When you get to England, you'll probably want it to rain because it's typical. Oh, it's like, this is what England is meant to be. So it's almost like the fairytale visit to England, get fucking soaking wet and walk around with an umbrella. But yeah, so it's belting down the rain. So get your jigsaws out. That's what you do when it rains, isn't it? That's what I used to have to do when I was a kid. Play jigsaws all day because you couldn't go outside because it was raining. Boring. Or when you had chicken pox. That's what jigsaws were for, chicken pox and pissing down the rain. Keep you occupied, or colouring books. That was the other one, wasn't it? But you got bored of them very quickly. So, yeah, I mean, basically, you've got to find other things to do, unfortunately. You might be able to get to the cinemas and stuff, but you're not going to walk in it. You can swim there, swim to the cinema. But... yeah, or just get all the gear on, get all the scuba diving gear on you could wear, but there's not all the waterproofs and everything. It's quite cool. I like walking around in the rain, especially on the seafront, walking around along in the rain, in the belting, the wind and the rain when you've got all the coats and everything on. It's quite good, but not if you got the wrong clothes on. Not if you got your work suit on your way to work. And then you get there and you got to sit in there soaking wet all day in your wet suit. I've done that many times. I used to work in an office and used to get soaking wet on the way to work, and you'd have to sit there in the wet clothes all day. Not unless you take a whole set of clothes with you every time you go to work. So who does that? Anyway, that's my rant about the weather. I mean, we've got 6 months of this anyway. We're heading into autumn and winter now, so there's plenty more of that moaning to come along. Let's move on to some news, perhaps. It's quite funny. A motorist has been filmed fast asleep at the wheel of his self-drive Tesla on a busy highway. Is this in America? Oh, yes, in America, obviously. The footage was shot from an overtaking car on Interstate 5 near San Diego in California. The car driver, who was with his wife and children, said, "We were going..." Oh no, this is the other driver. "We were going about 35 or 40 miles an hour when we saw him." So he's basically driving along in his self-drive Tesla, asleep at the. Well, what's the problem? It's a self-drive Tesla. That's the whole point of it, isn't it? What's the fucking... But it says down here that people are advised to have their hand on the wheel and be in control, even though it's an autonomous car. Autonomous. So I don't see that's defeating the point, isn't it? You're meant to be in a self-driving car, but then you're meant to control it by having your hands on the steering wheel. What's the point in having the self-driving car? Obviously, is it for people who can't drive? It doesn't really make sense, does it? But I would personally wouldn't do it anyway. I wouldn't fall asleep in a car, especially if one crashed, didn't it, and somebody died. So I wouldn't fall asleep in the car. I feel bad enough in the car with other people. I don't trust them, fucking grabbing onto the steering wheel and like, especially in the back. I can't be in the back with a shit driver. It's like you get your nerves up, don't you? I'm used to driving. I drive all the time, so I'd rather them be nervous with my shit driving than me have to be nervous, And it's not even that. It's all the other people. Even if you're a good driver, or you're in with a good driver, it only takes another shit driver to fuck about coming in from another lane, and you're done for, aren't you? So anyway, I don't trust them cars. I remember I was on a motorway and somebody with a caravan, obviously forgot he had a caravan, and undertook me and then tried to come across into my lane, and I had to bloody swerve into the fast lane to avoid him, and nearly went into the barrier. So if anybody was coming, I'd be dead then, and you wouldn't be listening to this podcast, let's put it that way. There you go, Teslas, they are the future, but I'd rather jetpack, as I've said before. Bring out the jetpacks, everybody could fly to work, and that's fun, and everyone's in control by themselves, takes up no room on the roads, solves the parking problem. Cool. Solves the problem with having to give people lifts to work, or being bloody being badgered into picking people up and all that shit. You can't, can you? Because it's a fly for one. So jetpack's the future for me. Was it a painting is found in a woman's kitchen? A painting found in a woman's kitchen. I'm going to show you a picture of it here. Obviously, you can't see this on the podcast, but that is that's the picture there. A little religious painting there, found on a wall in a woman's kitchen in France, and that is going to sell for millions of pounds. And it's only been found because somebody, what was it? Someone was in their house. What was he doing? An auctioneer happened to be in the house. Fate this is, isn't it? The auctioneer happened to be in the house, spotted the painting while inspecting the woman's house in Compiègne, and suggested that she bring it to the experts for evaluation. I'll tell you what, I buy and sell vintage and antique type stuff, but I go to markets anyway, and I'm always on the lookout for shit like that, but I haven't found anything yet. And that looks like something I've picked up hundreds of times, like little things like that, so you'd never know. You could buy all the crap in the world and it's not worth squat, and then one that looks like lots of other things. It's a good painting, don't get me wrong, but it's lots of old religious paintings look very similar, so I don't know. But lots of them are worth nothing, and then I'll spend millions trying to find the one that's worth $1 million. So false economy, but it's a bit of fun anyway, isn't it? You're looking for treasure. There you go. Another. Was it Bungling Road chiefs have been mocked for their workers painting double yellow lines, which are barely the length of a car tyre. There's a picture there. A double yellow line. Somebody's pit. Look at that. It's tiny. I think that guy was close to his lunch break, or he's decided to fuck off home. Maybe the rain came and he's gone, right, sod this. I'm not doing the whole length of this road. I'm going to do that one spot there. So that one's only fit for a toy car, or a little kiddie car, or a motorbike facing the wrong way into the road. So yeah, why he's done that is, who knows? You'd have to go and ask him, but it doesn't said anything there. I don't know who it is. No one's owned up to it, I don't think. Harry and Meghan are on visiting. Prince Harry and Meghan are visiting South Africa. But I've got not much to say about them, but I was just going to pull out, the shit that some of the quotes that they put in the newspapers, or some of the things that they're going on about how great they're doing on their trip and all this kind of stuff, and oh, she's wearing a veil and doesn't she look lovely and all this kind of stuff. And then in another like swipe at them, on the same page, there was a picture of Harry. I'll show you another picture. I'm showing podcast a picture of the back of Harry's head there, and it say basically the quote underneath the picture says, "The harsh sunlight in South Africa reveals Harry's bald spot is growing at an alarming rate." Like that is like, you know, any kind of news. You don't even have to highlight it. We can see the picture and we can make our own mind up about that. But you've decided to fucking give him a punch in the ribs, you know. Why are you saying she looks beautiful and all that kind of stuff, and they're a great couple, and oh look all this stuff they're doing in South Africa. While we're at it, look at his bald spot. He looks fucking terrible. He's gonna go, you know, how long has he got left and all that kind of stuff, you know. They fucking have to do something vindictive, don't they? As if that, you know, we're all that way thinking, but it's actually the newspapers who are just churning out shit. Anyway, there you go. Harry's going bald, by the way. He's probably going to get inundated now with emails of bald, you know, what's it called, hair restorers and all that kind of stuff. He hasn't got a chance now. I didn't actually know he was going bald until that photo, funnily enough. So he's lost his chance now to kind of quickly put some hair restorer stuff on, sort that out before the sunlight caught it. So unfortunately, Harry, your secret's out now. So if that turns hairy all of a sudden, we know you've done something. Britain has gone to the dogs, and now it's official. Our proud island. This is fucking something out of the sun. So who takes anything there? They say of any kind of serious or who respects their opinion. Let's put it that way. Anyway, it's basically giving a list. A list has come out. Our proud island nation has been on the forefront of pop culture since the Beatles, and now we can say we have done more for music than any other country on the planet. Well, that's true, but it's heartbreaking to see a chart of the biggest selling Naughties singles, which placed serial grumbler Will Young at the top. Anyway, forget that. There's a list of the top 10 hits in the Naughties, which is at between 2000 and 2010. And then it just shows where music has gone in that 2010, how shit music must have been. There was loads of good music in that period, but the top 10 hits are number 1, Will Young. Number 2, Unchained Melody, Gareth Gates. Number 3, It Wasn't Me, Shaggy. Number 4, The Only Way to Amarillo, Tony Christie. Number 5, Andrea Burke, Hallelujah. Do They Know It's Christmas, the next second Band-Aid one. Can't Get You Out of My Head, Kylie Minogue. That's My Goal, Shane Ward. Pure and Simple, Hearsay. And Can We Fix It, Bob the Builder. So fucking... what an absolute load of shit. In fact, you know, Kylie Minogue's probably about the only one, and I'm not a fan of that record anyway, but if you're going to give any credit to somebody on that list, it would just be Kylie Minogue only, I think. Maybe Will Young, he was a good singer, wasn't he? But all the rest, load of shit, and they pretty much shit as well. And then the Sun are slagging them, but you're the ones and the fucking radio stations that highlight these people all day, every day in your newspaper and on the fucking radio, playing the tunes over and over again. So it's only through your bullshit stories and the bullshit radio one that these people get any fucking airtime or any notice anyway. All the good music, which there's fucking tons of it, you don't even know who they are. People don't even know they are. They don't even hit the papers. You have to read good music magazines and good music stations to know about that. And there's plenty of people who do know about good music. So if I've heard them record once, I've turned it off any other time it's ever come on. So you can count me out of ever being responsible for any of that. So again, the Sun praise you and fucking put you all over the paper. Go, oh yeah, no, Shaggy, it wasn't me. They're on tour and all that kind of stuff. And next thing you know, they're slagging you off. So that's the Sun for you. Or sending somebody to set you up with a, get some photos, send a prostitute over to chat you up or something, and then get all the photos and dish the dirt on you. Like scum fucking scum reporting. Set you up and then bring you down. What was it? How long we got? Yeah, okay. So Phoebe Waller-Bridge, the girl who made, what's it called, Fleabag, has basically gone. He's basically hit the big time. Hit the big time. It's good for a comedian as well to hit. I mean, she's a writer, but she's hit the big time. Been offered £50 million to write some stuff for Amazon Prime. So that's it. She's made it. That's as good as the Fleabag creator who bagged 3 guys, and that's on top of, that's before she's earned all her money for what she's done already. So tell you what, is she single? She's hot property now. She's people are going to be swarming around trying to get to know her. Yeah, she's a talented woman. So she's got 15 million a year until 22. How does that work out then? 50 million. 15 million a year. That doesn't equate. That's 3 years, and then there's 5 million left over. So somebody ain't doing the maths right. But anyway, she's been given 50 million quid, and that's just for, how long is that going to take? Until 2022. So that's fucking hell, it's only 3 years. Yeah, 3 years. So what's she going to earn after that? She's going to know what to do with it. She ain't going to be struggling on a rainy day, is she? Quids in, and obviously she's a comedian, so that comes naturally, and good for her. Let's hope I make some money out of these bloody podcasts and see where, I'm a comedian sometimes, but nobody's chucking any money like that my way. 50 quid. I'll be like, I'm still stuck inside on the jigsaws, unfortunately. A woman with an extreme form of fussy eating says healthy food is like munching a plate of dog poo. Recruitment consultant Jane survives on pizza, pasta, chips and chicken nuggets, but fears the diet will make her blind after the story from the other week. How about make you blind, make you fat, make give you a big fat arse. 25-year-old's not touched nutritious food in 22 years, but she must be fat already then. If she's not, then roll with it. If you're doing nothing wrong, unless you've got some form of acne, or something that's obviously wrong after 22 years. I mean, most people have got something to show for it, haven't they? I met somebody who was addicted to Coca-Cola, and their teeth were like the inside of a cruncher. That tooth, what's it called? Honeycomb, just like yeah. So but that was an obvious sign. But surely, if you're eating pizza, pasta, chips, and chicken nuggets all the time, it must be showing. So she said that it makes her feel sick to eat vegetables. That's tough, really. I suppose it's a eating disorder, isn't it? You can't really say, but you need to do something about it, because it can't be good for the old ticker. Boring though, isn't it? That's kind of boring food. That's just brown food. So I think maybe you need to learn to cook. That's just shit you're putting in the oven, isn't it? Here we go. I'm being righteous, because there's I don't actually eat meat no more. But there's a shop here that's actually gone. What's it called? Where's it gone? There's a shop, a butcher's, that's going meat free. I saw this. There's one in America called Herbivorous Butcher, and it's like a whole proper butcher shop, and they do all sausages, pork chops, you name it, all the shit, anything you can think of in a butcher's, they do an equivalent of meat free. And now one's doing it in London, and they're called Hill and Schrock. Sounds Polish or something, but specialising in whole carcass butchery. And now they're going to be doing a vegetarian butcher. Only on a Monday. Come on. I thought it was permanently. Anyway, it's in London, so there'll be lots of calls for that because it's a growing thing, isn't it? I went to a shop up there that does like a Kentucky Fried Chicken style thing, a healthier version, but it's like, well, healthy, it's no chicken, and it's not shit chicken either, not like fucking poisonous chicken, but it's like it's seitan. It's made out of this wheat protein. But I tell you what, and there's queues around the block for it because it's like it's got a lot of advertising or a lot of good word of mouth. And anyway, and it was just like, because all the crispiness and all that stuff and the taste, it was just like eating Kentucky Fried Chicken. And I'm not just saying that to sell it. Check it out. I think it's called the Temple of Seitan. But even if a novelty, if you're a meat eater, but you'll try it and you wouldn't know the difference, or it's very close. You'll be very surprised. What's it called? Pleasantly surprised. You'll be pleasantly surprised. Loose women Janet Street Porter has revealed she cooks and eats roadkill. So you know, if she sees a dead deer, she will scoop it up and butcher it. Venison is free-range meat that lives on grains and is very healthy. She's 72 and she can pick up fucking deer, a dead deer, and scoop it up and butcher it. Man, that's like, it's got some. Must be quite strong to do that. I don't think many people can. A deer is massive, isn't it? How are you going to even get that in the car? A baby deer, maybe, that's all right, but fucking take about 4 people to lift a dead deer and get it in the car, wouldn't it? So I don't know what she must be butchering it on the side of the road or something. But yeah, I mean, jury's out on that. Roadkill, that's not it's not the same as killing the animals, I suppose, slaughtering them. So that's kind of a loophole somewhere between not eating meat for the animals and what's it called, and eating meat. It's kind of a go-between, isn't it? So roadkill. Unfortunately, there won't be enough for everybody. Lenny Kravitz is desperate to find who swiped his sunglasses during a gig in LA after saying, he said, no questions will be asked if he gets them back. They are incredibly sentimental to me. Well, good luck with that, Lenny. I can't see them coming back. If somebody's picked up a pair of sunglasses, no matter who they are, they don't fucking bring them back. I'll tell you that, because I've just lost mine in Bruges. I don't know where. I put them down in the. I was picking up some bananas in the supermarket and my hands were full, so I put the sunglasses down while I was weighing some bananas. Yes, and then I've walked off. I picked up something else. Anyway, I had too much in my hands and I walked off, left the sunglasses. When I went back, they were gone. I asked if they'd been handed in and they hadn't. So somebody was like, nice one, some lovely vintage, original, what's it called, aviator Ray-Ban sunglasses. So I've had them 3 years. I easily lost in the sunglasses, but then ones I've managed to last for 3 years. And luckily, they were expensive glasses, but I bought them at an antique market, so I didn't pay a lot for them. But sentimental value, you're right. But people will be people, and there's somebody walking around Bruges now, giving it the cool one. While I'm squinting because it was like, I'm not going to buy somebody some sunglasses in a tourist trap. So I'll wait till I get home, and I need to buy some new ones now. So if anybody's selling Lenny Kravitz's sunglasses, get in touch if they're cheap enough. I might have them off your hands. He wears some cool glasses as well, doesn't he? So he wears some shit stuff though. Was that one that he wore, that big massive, what's he called? He had a scarf that was like, almost like he was carrying a carpet on his shoulder. Worst thing I've seen him wear. It was like a massive draft excluder. So the sunglasses might be shit as well. So don't what's the word? I don't know what I'm trying to say there. I'm just saying he's usually cool, but he does wear some shit stuff. Let's leave it there. Moving on, we're going to finish up now on something. Oh, if you're going to watch a good film tonight, watch They Live on the Horror Channel. The Horror Channel. What's he called? The one, the Roddy Rowdy Piper. I think he was a wrestler. He's in the film. It's like a B movie about the aliens, and he's the one who said, I'm here to chew bubblegum and kick ass, and I'm all out of bubblegum. That's one of the best lines in a film ever. So he plays a drifter who's awakened from what Marxists would call a false consciousness. I can't be bothered to read it all. It's a good film. It's on at 10:55. I've seen it and I'm going to watch it because it cracks me up. It's just proper cheesy. Right, that's it, I think. I'm going to finish up maybe on... No, I think that's all I'm going to finish up on. Have I got anything else to say? No, I think I should have told you I was going to finish up on that one. But there's a 10-year-old boy who's been tipped as a future Grand Master after storming to victory in the world's largest chess tournament. 10 years old, so he's just born with like a different part of his brain, isn't he? I find it difficult to even sit and play tennis. I play chess. I know how to play, but I'll just get fucking agitated, you know. Drafts, that's where I am. Anyone wants to challenge me to a game of drafts, I'll kick your ass, because I'm the king of kings in drafts. Don't think many people can beat me, so that's the challenge right there. Chess goes on for too long. Some of them people go on for days, don't they? Or the fast chess is still even hard to watch. Anyway, table tennis and drafts, that's what I'll kick your ass at. So I'm going to leave it there because I've run out of things to say. So I'll see you again tomorrow. See you later on. Enjoy. Don't forget, they live 10:55 tonight. See ya.